Political mudslinging ahead of the April elections really picked up overnight Tuesday, following remarks made by Israeli resilience head and former IDF Chief Gantz, personally attacking Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. In his statements, Gantz charged that Netanyahu was an American-trained fake who didn't sacrifice for Israel as he did, saying, quote, "While I lay in the muddy trenches with my soldiers on frozen winter nights, you left Israel to learn English and practice it at fancy cocktail parties." Continuing with how, quote, "In the days when I commanded the elite Shaldag unit on dangerous operations in enemy countries, you, Netanyahu, bravely and determinedly made your way through the makeup rooms of television studios," end quote. To close, Gantz then said that in another month and a half, Israelis will all go and choose between, quote, "a ruler who has English from Boston, heavy makeup, and expensive suits, and a real caring Israeli leader who is not fake and not kingly," end quote. Well, Netanyahu immediately clapped back against the Israeli resilience leader with a scathing history lesson of his own. In his response message published to social media, Netanyahu opened with how Gantz should be ashamed of himself, adding that, quote, "As a soldier and as an officer in the elite Sayeret Matkal unit, I risked my life time and time again for the sake of the nation, and I was wounded in a battle with terrorists and almost lost my life at the Suez Canal, all for the sake of the country that you want to risk with unilateral withdrawals and support for the dangerous nuclear agreements with Iran," end quote. Netanyahu then went on to laugh off Gantz's criticisms of his English, as it's been instrumental in all the diplomacy that Netanyahu has engaged in. But this back and forth has shown a tremendously different side to Gantz than what was presented at the start of his campaign. And so if this is any sign of what's to come, this race is likely set to quickly become a lot dirtier.